Live on the air, Surf Tech channel, coming at you. We got a combo episode. We have the Channel Islands Pro, CI Pro, and the 2-Point Pro. I'm James Margetis. I'm your host. I'm 5'11", 185 to 190 pounds. Upper end, intermediate, advanced, fluttering on that line. I have my guest host with me, Henry Hall. Henry, how are you today?
How's it going?
Good. Henry, what's your height and weight?
I'm 5'6", 120 pounds. Yeah.
I would call you advanced, teetering up into that expert level. Definitely young up-and-coming ripper, Henry.
Thank you.
See his bangers on Instagram throwing down. My dimensions, so these two boards are pretty custom boards. And when I looked at them, I had waves in mind that I wanted them each for. So I custom ordered my Pro in a 6'1", 19 5/8, 2 11/16. And then I ordered my 2-Point Pro in a 6'0", 19 3/8, 2.5. My Pro comes in at around 34 liters, and my 2-Point Pro is 31.3 liters.
So I've had the 5'6" CI Pro.
Stock dimensions?
Yes, stock.
Okay.
And then this one right here is 5'7", 18 1/4. This one's 5'9", 18 1/4. So far, this has been my favorite CI Pro I've had.
Sick. And that's the 2-Point Pro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't ridden this one yet, but I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah, I think I helped you order that one. That one we kind of ordered as a step up for better waves. So quick overview. The CI Pro is the most rockered board in the Channel Islands outline. It's got a continuous rocker all the way throughout the board. Very low concave. The concave is super light on the board. It's a light single to double, and it comes stock. Both of these boards come stock as a thruster. The CI Pro is the 2022 Stab in the Dark winner with Jack Robinson in Hawaii. The 2-Point Pro is the 2023 Stab in the Dark winner. Who was on the 2023 Stab in the Dark?
Jack.
Italo Ferreira, and they were surfing Brazil. So for the Brazilian waves on the 2-Point Pro, they lowered the rocker slightly. Same outline, same concave, it's just slightly lowered rocker. Henry, what fins do you ride in yours?
So for the 5'6" CI Pro and the 5'7" CI Pro, I've had the F6 Vapor cores. They felt super duper good. There's a little bit of a time where I was riding the EA Black Sticks in the 5'6". In the smaller waves, it kind of felt good. And then I've been experimenting with the Almerics in the 5'7".
Okay.
And they've been feeling pretty good in like the smaller, softer waves.
I custom ordered both of mine, my 2-Point Pro and my Pro, with 5 fins so I could ride them as either a thruster or a quad. I haven't tried my Pro as a quad yet, but I ride it with the AM2 large futures. And then the 2-Point Pro, I actually started riding it with the Dumpster Diver 2 fins, which actually felt really good. I got that board for not as great conditions as I would in the Pro.
Yeah.
And the Dumpster Diver 2 fin, it's the same side fins as the AM2. It's just the center fin is slightly more upright, so there's a little more pivot built in there. And I loved it. You know, I rode it on some summer days where we actually got some swell, but it still wasn't ideal conditions. And they worked really well. And then recently, I brought my 2-Point Pro up to Long Island, New York on a pretty big swell. It was not big by any means, but it was like 4 to 6 foot, pretty hollow. I rode it as a quad with the Dumpster Diver 2 side fins and the future small quad rears. And it went really well. Like, just great feeling, super fast in the pocket. What are some of the things that you think that these boards do good?
For the CI Pro, to begin with, it holds super duper good. Like, especially when you have to drive down the line, once you set rail, like, you're holding so much speed.
Yep.
And it's a really safe board. Like, it feels super, like, you have a lot of control under your feet with it.
Yep.
And for the 2-Point Pro, recently what I've been noticing is, like, I can throw the tail out a lot harder on my on my top turns.
Okay.
And have a lot of the control after.
Sick. They're both great, like around here in steep, hollow, powerful surf. Like Henry said, they hold their rails well, but both boards are kind of built more on the side of speed control as opposed to speed generation. It's not a deep concave, it's a pretty shallow concave, which leans more towards the speed control as well as the high rocker outline. Let's talk about waves that we had in mind. Like when I ordered my CI Pro, so I ordered it a little bit beefier, and I went like a little bit shorter than my normal step-ups, because I wanted it for the winter time when it's like 4 to 6 foot heaving. Yeah. You need a little bit extra foam. You're in a 5 mil, and just steep late drops and right into the barrel. You know, that's what I had in mind when I got it, and I have rode it on some of those days and loved it. The days that weren't like that, it wasn't ideal. You know, but yeah. It's a specialty design board. You know, they're not marketing it as a everyday short board. And then the 2-Point Pro I kind of ordered with more rippable days in mind. So when it's like 4, 5, 6 foot and not super throwing, but more rippable down the line surfing, I kind of got that for those types of waves. And it actually, like, when it's a little bit more hollow in the summertime, I love it, you know?
Yeah.
How about yours? So you kind of ride your 2-Point Pro in a little bit of everything, right?
I ordered the 5.7. It was supposed to be like an average, like, good wave board.
Yep.
And I've seen myself using the CI 2-Point Pro in like 3 to 4 foot waves, like not really like high performance waves, but like there's still something out there. And I've ridden it all the way up to like overhead, and it's felt super good in like both of those waves.
Awesome. So what would your like step down groveler shape be? You have a Happy Every Day?
Yeah, I have a Happy Every Day. That's 5.4. And I have a Dumpster Diver 2 ECT. That's also 5.4.
Okay. And do you kind of see that this board's now overlapping where you would normally be riding those boards, but you're riding this instead?
I haven't really rode the Happy Every Day in like a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm using this board a lot more in conditions where I should be using the Dumpster Diver 2.
Okay.
And I think that's a little bit because of like I've been doing so much like contest surfing recently.
Yeah.
And this one just feels so much safer under my feet.
Yeah,
I'm still getting used to the ECT and the Dumpster Diver.
Get really radical on the Dumpster Diver too, but we got your CI Pro, kind of same idea.
Yeah.
Just like step up a little bit longer, winter days. I haven't got to try yet, but you have rode the Pro. So that's another thing too. Like both boards in the Stab in the Darks were squash tails.
Yeah.
And they come stock as a squash tail. But it's such a good board at like what it's designed for. Like I ordered a round tail knowing that I'm going to be surfing it in tubes, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not out there trying to do big blow tails or anything, you know? I'm just set my line, get in the tube, hold. And then I really love swallowtails. So I ordered my 2-Point Pro in a swallowtail just for a little bit of versatility with in mind that I was going to ride it as a quad, you know. Summertime hurricane swells when it's barreling, you know, not dead of winter. But I probably, like, I fell in love with this board so much in good waves that I'll probably ride it all throughout the winter.
All summer long, I was riding the CI 2-Point Pro in a swallowtail, and that felt super duper good.
Yeah.
That was like a little bit narrower.
Narrower than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're growing too.
Yeah.
So you kind of beefed up your boards a little bit.
Yeah. And that felt great all summer long.
I mean, it's a great high-performance shortboard. It's not your everyday daily driver unless you live in Hawaii or Fiji or somewhere where there's great surf all the time.
Yeah.
East Coast, not a good daily driver, but if you have a quiver and you have a lot of boards, great board to add to your quiver for those better days when you really want something you can count on. Let's cover some of the bad things about it, which we kind of did. It's more designed for better waves to control speed, not harness or not to generate speed in smaller waves. So that's one of the bad things is it doesn't generate speed. So it's not going to be your daily driver. But I say that as middle-aged, kind of heavy man, you know, surfing groveler shapes and almost everything.
Yeah.
You're lighter, better skill level, and I kind of contradicted myself because you're riding your 2-Point Pro and everything.
Yeah. Well, so for me, I feel like the board is the CI Pros are great as long as it's clean. It doesn't matter what size it is, as long as it's clean.
Yeah.
They're super fun boards, and it's like somewhat surfable.
Yeah.
But as soon the more rough the conditions are, the harder it is to ride these boards.
Yeah.
So like if it's really choppy, it's not really that fun to ride like the 2-Point Pro or the CI Pro.
Yeah. What would you, if it was choppy, what would you bring out?
Probably the dumpster driver too.
Yeah.
I rode that last time it was super choppy, and I had so much fun.
Yeah, that board is so fast.
Yeah.
It's like got so much built-in speed.
In New Jersey, I'd say like you should probably have like another board
Yeah, not
like ready.
Yeah.
But like once the waves are good, like these boards are for like advanced surfers.
In good waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like, if you're limited to what boards you can buy, I don't think that this is the best option.
No.
Just because it's such a fine-tuned board for specific conditions. Like, I think it was João Chianca in Super Tubos, Portugal, in like 23 was on a CI Pro Roundtail, and that's kind of where I got the idea for mine. I was like, it gets like that somewhat in New Jersey in the wintertime, so that board looked so good under his feet and like real hollow surf, and I was like, that's what I want that for.
Yeah.
If you don't have the option to get a lot of boards, there are a lot of better options out there, especially in the Channel Islands line, like a Dumpster Diver 2 or a Happy Everyday. They would cover your basis in most conditions, but if you're a surfer with a lot of boards, better skill level, I think this is definitely two boards that you have to have in the quiver. If you had to pick, so you kind of had the Pro in similar dimensions to your 2-Point Pro. If you had to pick between the Pro and the 2-Point Pro, if you could only get one, what would you get?
It'd have to be the 2-Point Pro.
Yeah.
The CI Pro like is such a high performance board, and the CI 2-Point Pro kind of meets more in the middle of like a surfer who can't like have as many boards as they want.
Right, right.
The less rocker on the 2-Point Pro
Yep.
makes the board like rideable in so many more conditions.
Definitely. Yeah, that's, if I could pick, I would also pick the 2-Point Pro.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I ordered them, I had different waves in mind, and I could see myself riding the 2-Point Pro in those waves that I ordered my Pro for. You know, the only added benefit to my Pro is I got it super beefy for the winter time, you know. I also did get my 2-Point Pro in the ECT. We'll do another whole episode on that, but we did some first impressions, and the ECT, great technology. Highly recommend it, and highly recommend both of these boards.
We both picked the 2-Point Pro, but we're also both from New Jersey. Like
Yeah.
if we were from like Hawaii,
We might
like
pick the
I
Pro.
would want the CI Pro like every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry, thanks for your time, mate. Thank you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, you can click all the way down here and subscribe. Give us a like, give us a comment. If you have any recommendations for boards you guys want to see next, any questions on these boards, any questions on any other boards, feel free to leave a comment. And thanks for tuning in. Henry, thanks for coming on. Always a pleasure. Keep ripping.
I will.
We'll see you out there. Big thank you to Morgan Downs, Hunter Trogu. Also, big thank you to Eastern Lines for lending us the set. Also, getting us our hands on these boards.
Yeah,
Dean
wouldn't be for
Schoonover, Channel Islands, thank you all. Wouldn't be possible without you guys. And we'll see you on the next one.